Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I find it interesting that today is May 18th, 2023, time is 10:22, and I've not wondered recently, but listening to this hearing, I think the American people may be asking themselves, what is the definition of scapegoat? If we were looking for a definition of scapegoat, please watch this hearing, because literally what we're hearing today is scapegoating. I keep hearing about the predecessor, who left in December 21. Mr. Barr, you started in July 2022. According to Ms. Hewitt, the liquidity and interest rate risk manifested itself in 2021, which means it was already there. Coming into a new job, you have an opportunity to take responsibility for a very important role in maintaining strength and health in our financial system. Yet we continue to hear about the predecessor. One of the most important values of being an American is taking responsibility. It's that simple. When I was a kid, not doing well in high school, I wanted to blame somebody else for my failures. Wanted to blame my mom because she was working long hours, my dad because he was not around. But I had a mentor who taught me, actually, look in the mirror, blame yourself. Because if you want to find the solution, you've got to find the problem. And today we're dancing around the obvious problem that we're not looking in the mirror and blaming yourselves. There are things that could have been done to eliminate the risk. But instead of that, we are playing a game of scapegoating. And I don't think that the American people buy it. And if we all wanted to know why the ratings of politicians in this country are so darn low, watch this banking hearing. It's pretty clear. I'm struck by the fact that the Fed was able to issue 31 supervisory findings with the tools they already have. And yet somehow, they need more. Your cover letter, Mr. Barr, says that the Silicon Valley Bank's failure highlights the importance of stress testing and other supervisory tools. Yet one of your first actions as vice chair was to pilot a climate scenario analysis exercise. Additionally, in your first speech as vice chair, you highlighted a number of priorities, which included financial risks from climate change, but crucially, did not note any of the risks that actually led to the failure of SVB. In fact, the day we learned about the failings at SVB, March 9th, you were giving a speech. The banks we regulate, in contrast, I assume to crypto, are well protected from bank runs through a robust array of supervisory requirements. In other words, we have the tools we need to do the job assigned to us. But today, we're hearing scapegoating. It's frustrating when I think about all the people, 330 million of them, who depend on us just to do our jobs. And when we don't do our jobs, to take responsibility for not doing them. Today, that's not the conversation we're having. But the result of us not doing our jobs and then asking for more power, more control over the economy is, according to the survey, lending standards are tightening, and that further restricts access to credit. And the way we translate that at home in North Charleston, South Carolina, is access to the American dream. It starts to wilt away. Because if the American dream is synonymous with home ownership, if the American dream is synonymous with starting a business, there seems to be a leak. And we can detect where the leak is coming from. Are you concerned about the ripple effect of the potential new regulations on those at the lowest end of the credit quality spectrum, given the tightening that we're seeing in the marketplace, and more regulation means less capital, which means fewer loans, which means fewer people achieving the dream. Mr. Barr.
Thank you, Senator Scott. First of all, let me be absolutely clear. I accept full responsibility with respect to the supervisory failings at the Federal Reserve. I have been clear about that from the start, and I remain clear about that today.
Thank you, Mr. Barr.
The buck stops here.
Thank you.
And I am committed to fixing the problems that we've had in supervision and regulation going forward.
Thank you, sir. Who did you fire?
We have not fired someone as a result of this review.
Thank you.
We plan to conduct further review of our supervisory structure, and as we do that, we'll be making sure we have the right personnel in place to get the job done.
I hope that includes making room for the right personnel by removing the wrong personnel. Thank you.